Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to an optimization guide to get more FPS and input delay and just make Windows system a lot smoother than it normally is. So what I normally want to do when it comes to optimizing the Windows system is press Windows and I to get into settings, and first we're going to disable different things to get less stuff to run in the background and just make Windows smoother as a whole. So first thing, here I'd go to advanced display settings and check if your refresh rate is on the correct refresh rate. Yeah. And once you've done that, you check that everything is fine, put it to the max. Then we'll go into graphics settings, and here turn this on. So in my case, I play a lot of Valorant, so you'll find your Valorant directory. If you want to find it, you click browse and then go into where it is, Riot Games, Valorant Live. It's not that one, it's the Win64 shipping one. So we'll go into shooter game, binaries, Win64. Yeah, here we go, that's the one. Select that, and yeah, it's obviously here, so I can edit again, but yeah. Yeah, and the next step is to turn off notifications and all of these. Obviously it's going to store up here and use a lot of CPU in the background. You'll just get pop-ups, and it's really annoying when you play games. I don't understand why people have this on. Anyways, focus assist, turn it off, it doesn't even do anything. Power on sleep, so here you can't really do much, but yeah, it's just personal preference. But what I like to do is I like to go into additional power settings, and here you can fine-tune your power plan. And obviously I would put this to high performance. That means your PC will use more energy, but that also means you'll get a lot out of more performance for games and more FPS and less input delay. That's what we want. So obviously select a higher performance plan to get more FPS. Yeah. Next one is storage. I'd recommend turning storage sense off. It runs in the background, and yeah, this all off, multitasking, all of this off, connecting to this PC. If you have this this possibility, I don't have it. Doesn't support Minecraft apparently, my PC, so I turn this all off. Share experiences, turn this off. Clipboard, you can also turn this off. It's just using cache, not good. And yeah, next one, devices. If you have Bluetooth, turn it off when you're not using it. Same goes for printers. Wait, actually, yeah, mouse. So here, just to improve mouse functionality, we'll go into additional mouse options. Here, put it to the 6th tick. So that's the first one, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So middle. Then we'll go into pointer options. Turn this off, so it should be unchecked. This is obviously mouse acceleration. Mouse acceleration means if you move your mouse, it gets multiplied depending on how fast you move your mouse or how slow. Really bad, it's just not consistent. So if you want better consistent aim, turn it off. This should also be on the 6th tick or in the middle. Yeah. So next one, typing. Here it's all up to you how you do it. And yeah, one thing you can also do is go into search bar and type in keyboard, yeah. So you can put this all the way to the right end, and this all the way to the right end, and this just means that you'll be able to strafe better in games. So and yeah, you'll be able to repeat one key faster. If you do a lot of strafing, this is definitely very useful. And yeah, next one, phone. If you have something like this, if there's anything here for you, turn this off. So network and internet, this one's interesting. you can actually do a lot to improve your ping and your internet speeds. And obviously what you can do, if you're on Ethernet of course, you can do this on wireless networks, but if you're connected to Ethernet through a cable, then you can actually go into change adapter options, right click this, properties, and here you can turn on file and printer sharing. I have this off. I don't use any printers or share any files with anyone on my network. Turn this off, and honestly I'd recommend turning all of this off, but just check through if you need it or not, or if you use it or not. But I have this, I have IPv4 on and IPv6. So what you can do now is you can do you can go into here, you can press configure. So here you go into power management and uncheck this. So normally it will be like this, uncheck it, go into advanced and just copy my settings. So I have, it might be different for you, but copy, if you have the same settings as me, these same options, just copy it off of me. So this one disabled. So this one's interesting. If you have the ability to choose 4 queues, do it. But what this will do is it'll make your Wi-Fi connection better, and it'll give you less ping. This one's probably one of the best settings, but it'll also use more CPU. It's more CPU intensive. So if you have a very weak CPU, I'd recommend just leaving it as it is. But if you have 6 cores or more, put it as high as you want, in my opinion. If you have 4, put it on 4. If you have 6 cores or higher on your CPU, obviously you can check this by going on your keyboard and holding Ctrl Shift and Escape. You go into performance, and here it says how many cores and threads you have. So that's cores, logical processors is threads. And yeah, so yeah, I don't have the possibility to do more, so I only have them 2. So obviously all of these are, it's very important that you turn all of the power saving ones off, because they'll reduce your speeds and increase your ping. So yeah, turn all of the power saving ones off. But yeah, we can exit out of that. And the next step is actually appearance. Yeah, adjust appearance and performance of Windows. So what I'd recommend here is adjust for best performance and turning on show thumbnails instead of icons, so that when you go into your files, you can actually see thumbnails of, for example, photos or videos, and smooth edges of screen fonts. Turn those on. I'd recommend that. But overall, it'll disable some animations. If you really want them animations, keep it like it is. But if you want the best performance and want everything in Windows to feel very smooth and fast, go for it. Next one, dial up VPN if you have one. I mean, sure, up to you. Yeah, and all of this. Yeah. Network and internet. Yeah, we already went through this one. Personalization. This one is actually pretty big, so I'd recommend turning this off, and this is all up to you. And then here, turn that off, and this is up to you actually. Just makes the start menu how you want it to be, so it's personal preference. Here I'd actually, yeah, this is also personal preference, yeah. Alright, next one. This one is also kind of big. Oh no, wait, it's the second one, my bad. No, it's actually this one. So you can select what apps, there are some apps on your Windows that start up, and you can select which ones you want to start up without you opening them. So I always have Razer Synapse on startup because I want all my settings to just open by themselves, and yeah. Vanguard has to start up to be able to play Valorant. I also have my wallpaper engine on startup so that I don't need to open it every single time I start on my PC. Same with Cloudflare. So yeah. This is just turn off what you know you won't use every single time you open up your PC. Turn on what you use every single time. Yeah. Here, yeah, there's not really much you can do. Alright, next one, gaming. Turn the Xbox gamer off, and everything here should be off. Game mode, I recommend turning this on. If you play Fortnite though, apparently this does something with your FPS. But yeah, in all other games it should be fine. So, okay, here's actually a lot you can do. I recommend turning this off and this. This should also be off. This should also all be off. Color filters definitely off. High contrast up to you, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Narrator would also turn this off. If you want spatial audio, don't turn this on, just keep it off. Speech, turn that off. All of this just makes your typing more complicated. Yeah. Search. This is actually yeah, this will use cache, so I recommend turning this and this off, and yeah, same one here. But yeah, privacy, okay, this one's actually pretty big. I recommend turning all of this off. General, just yeah, we don't like someone invading your privacy and personalizing ads and all this. There's no point in it, so just turn it off. It uses your PC's resources, and it just invades your privacy, so keep it all off. Speech off. Diagnostics, return it off. It sends data to Microsoft to help them improve stuff, but uses your PC's resources as a cost, so I'd recommend turning all of this off. Location, I've actually disabled this in services. I don't really use location on this PC. I only use it to work and to play games, so, and for multimedia, nothing else. Obviously I have this on. Same with microphone. Voice activation, I have it off, it just runs in the background. Notifications, turn it off. Account info, turn it off. Contacts, calendar, phone calls, call history. I have this on. Turn it off. Turn it off. Radios, no one accesses them anymore. The devices, background apps. Okay, this one's pretty big. So here you can actually choose which apps you want to choose to be able to run in the background. So I have everything off. If the app is not open for me, why should I let it run in the background? It just uses resources. App diagnostics, turn it off. Documents, turn this off. Pictures, videos I have on so that I can edit. File system, same goes for that. So all of that off. Guys, just if you use any of them, of course keep them on, but if you don't, turn it off. Delivery optimization, I would turn this off. If you don't share files with anyone on your network through your PC, turn it off. That's it for Windows settings. Yeah. And obviously, as I already stated, Ctrl Shift Escape to open up taskbar, and here we can actually see what apps start up. So just in case not all of them show up in the startup apps in the Windows settings, but here you can choose yourself which ones you want to open by default without you having to open them. Yeah, I recommend turning Cortana off if you don't use any voice activation features. Yeah. And obviously some smaller stuff, you can, if you have wallpaper engine, you can obviously pause it before you play a game, or if you have Discord on the screen, you can just tab out of it. Some small stuff like that can actually improve FPS by a lot. So obviously some stuff you can do with the game itself, which should improve how the game runs, is going to Valorant. If you play Valorant, properties, and then compatibility, and here you want to I have it on administrator, so I need to change settings for all users, but if you can't change it here, do it already. So the only thing you really want to do is disable full screen optimizations, so yeah, that one, and then change high DPI scalings, turn this on and put it on application. Another thing you can do is kind of advanced though, and it will definitely remove the warranty of your graphics card, but if you're really desperate and you really want more FPS, you can always install something called MSI Afterburner. It's an overclocking tool to overclock your graphics card, and this will give you more FPS and less input delay at the cost of your warranty and obviously your graphics card age or use time. It will make your graphics card age faster, and it will also use more power. So yeah, but what I recommend is downloading a benchmark tool, like for example Valley benchmark, trying out different core clock and memory clock speeds, and running them, putting them higher and running them in Valley benchmark. And if Valley benchmark either freezes, stutters, or just crashes, put it lower, so till it doesn't stutter or crash or freeze, and then you know, like that range is pretty good. Obviously, search up, if you're interested, search up how to use MSI Afterburner or how to overclock with MSI Afterburner, and yeah, you'll be able to watch videos explain it better than me. But yeah, this obviously works if you want more FPS and you've already done everything. So yeah. And another thing, if you wanted to run on a Windows startup, you gotta turn this on, so it should be blue. So obviously some other things you could do if you play Valorant or even Fortnite, two very popular shooters. But if you play any of them, you can go into Nvidia Control Panel, and if you've already done everything, you still want more FPS and less input delay, you can go into change resolution and you can make a custom resolution. And I've already made one, 1444 by 1080. This is for Valorant, and basically what it does is it makes your game appear more stretched. It doesn't give you more FOV or anything, it actually reduces it, but you will get better FPS and input delay. But in Valorant it doesn't actually reduce it. In Fortnite it does that, because of the third person view. And this should be enabled, so you can create one, I don't know, for example 1600 by 1080, or you can even go low there, it's up to you. And then you can do a test. I obviously don't want to, well, I want to save it, but I don't want to use it. But okay, it should be fine now. Something happened with recording, but yeah, you can obviously do that. And since we're already here in Nvidia Control Panel, you can go into adjust image settings with preview. Here you should select this, use my preference emphasizing, put it to performance all the way to the left, and then click on use advanced 3D image settings. and take me there. That'll lead you to manage 3D settings, or you can just click manage 3D settings. Alright, so obviously in Nvidia Control Panel you can go into manage 3D settings, and I would recommend copying all of these settings. This is what most people use, and yeah. The most important ones are Unreal Rendering GPU, Power Management Mode, prefer maximum performance, and then Texture Filtering Quality, high performance, my bad, and Threaded Optimization on. This will make your CPU use more of its cores. And turn off Vertical Sync, aka VSync, turn it off. This uses it halves your FPS and gives you more input delay. And also one more thing you can do, you can go to adjust video color settings. No wait, should be on, yeah, adjust desktop color settings. So if you want a bit of a more vibrant color, more vibrant colors in Valorant or in Fortnite, you can, on your main display of course, you can turn up digital vibrance. It makes your game look a lot better. So for example, you see here, you use this as an example, but obviously you look at the colors, very dull. If you want a more colorful gaming experience, or even multimedia experience, turn this higher up to your preference. I like it at 85, looks good for me, but yeah. So obviously some other things that I did. Was, for example, to debloat my graphics driver. That is very advanced though, in my opinion. It's might also be a little bit sketchy. You can mess something up, so I didn't really want to do it in this guide, because I wanted this to be a bit of more user-friendly guide for everyone. But that guide, debloating my graphics driver actually gave me a ton of more FPS, so I might drop a video in the future. But yeah, I at least hope that you guys like this video and that you got something out of this, and yeah, thank you. Yeah, and subscribe if you want similar videos, and yeah, I'll definitely be posting more tech kind of videos, helping you optimize your PC and your games to get the most FPS and input delay. So yeah, be sure to be subscribed, and yeah, I'll see you around.